So now it's time for the intro. We've been doing this for about the 4 weeks now, and I am always right.
See? She is. She is always right. I've known her since 1982. She's always right.
See?
Doesn't matter what the answer is, she's always right.
I have the right answer. That's right. See?
You have the right answer.
That's right.
It's not necessarily the correct answer, but it's the right answer.
Well, would you rather be correct or right?
Correct.
Would you rather be correct or right?
W-R-I-T-E? R-I-G-H-T? W-R-I-G-H-T.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'm not real sure this was the best idea we've ever come up with.
I think it's awesome.
I dread when you loosen up and start being more Keith.
Well, I'm getting there.
I know.
It's been a long time since I've been in front of the camera or behind the mic.
Oh, I know. You should have seen us during mic check. He couldn't even figure out how to work the mic stand.
I told you it's been a long time. I got it. It's right here. You can see it. We're good.
Yep. See, now we have separate mics because he kept hogging the mic.
Just because you peg out in red on your mic and mine doesn't mean that I'm
You
hogging
don't
the
even
mic.
know what that means.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't want explosions.
So this week,
Explosions.
we had our third son became an Eagle Scout. We got to celebrate all three of our sons being Eagle Scouts and honored him at his Eagle Scout ceremony.
Yes. Shout out. Thank you, Lake Gunnersville State Park.
Yes. Oh, if you have not been to the Gathering House at the Lake Gunnersville.
The Gathering Place.
The Gathering Place, which is a building at the state park in Gunnersville. It's an incredible place to have events, and you can cater in.
Yes. It is inside the campground at Lake Gunnersville State Park.
Near the splash pad.
Yep.
So we had a great time, got to see some folks, and looking forward to where this, the Scoutmaster said that now we have given him all the life skills that you need, we can get rid of him.
We can't get rid of him.
Scoutmaster said it was okay.
That's why you should always check your Scoutmaster.
I swear that's what he said.
Well, he did, but he's not 18 yet, so he can't do that yet.
Okay. All right. Well, as you know, he asks a question, then I ask a question, and we both take turns answering it. So we're going to start with him. It's fine.
Yes, it's my turn. It's my turn.
I went first last time.
Yes. Well, the first time we didn't do questions. We just talked.
I know.
Okay.
Which was a mistake.
Question for the week. What makes one successful?
Do I get to go first, or do you get to go
I
first?
asked the question. You have to talk first.
Okay, I get to go first. So the thing that makes you successful is what you decide makes you successful. I think that one goes well with you. You
got 2.5 minutes left.
You get to decide for yourself what is success. And if you don't take time to define success for yourself, then the world gets to define it for you.
Yep, I agree with that.
And if you let the world define it for you, you then have to conform to the parameters that the world sets. So the important thing is to determine what you deem as successful. Because until you take the time to define success for yourself, you will never be able to achieve success for yourself. And that is what makes one successful. For me, it would be speaking in front of groups all the time about being encouraged and motivated to live their best lives. That would be successful.
Okay.
So if you know anybody, or you have any organizations that are looking for someone to encourage them in their journey, my husband says I'm the face of encouragement.
The face of encouragement. Whether you like it or not.
Your turn.
Oh, my turn? Okay. What makes one successful? I agree. It is for the person. You can't necessarily say, if I said what I thought was successful, if she said what she thought was successful, would not necessarily be what someone else would deem successful for their life.
Right.
Because you could look at it as you individually, to yourself, you at work, you maybe in hobbies or things like that. Maybe you still play a sport of some sort and you would be successful in that. There's a lot of different parameters to look at.
For instance, someone who became the president could deem themselves successful. That would not mean success to me. I don't want to be president.
Yes.
So you can go ahead and mark me off the ballot.
Just becoming what it is that you would like to be could be deemed successful.
Exactly.
But then you would have to look at what you are doing and how things are going to see if other people would think that you are successful or not.
So your success, but your success isn't determined by what they think.
No. It's still up to you. Okay. Now people can impress their belief system and their
and they will.
Yes, of course they're going to. That's why it has to be you. Mm-hmm. I totally agree with her on that. It has to be you meeting your goals. That's why you have to, and we can get into the what ifs. I'm just saying I want you to think about that. She's asked me, what would be your perfect day? What would be your perfect job? Those kind of things. And it's
what would
tough.
You do if money wasn't an issue?
Right. It's all of those can come into play into success if you let it.
And they should come into play because they're part of the essence of you.
Yes, but we also have to be willing to look at positives and negatives and work within those and maybe change. Oddly enough, there's nothing. I mean, really, the only thing that you can count on in this world is change. Things are going to change.
Right.
I've sat here for 3 seconds. 3 seconds later, time changed. You can't get away from change. So you should be able to embrace it and hang on to it.
Be flexible in your journey.
Be flexible in your journey. Sure.
Wait, say that again.
Be flexible in your journey, which is usually how I say it.
Yeah, I was just making sure you were paying attention to what you said.
For one to be successful, you would have to set goals.
Yes. You
would have to then look at the time limit on those goals and then reevaluate at a certain point. Mm-hmm. I certainly think that you would need to know what it is that you want to do. I don't mean the goal side of it. I mean the actual action.
Okay.
Your job, your faith, your joining a group or whatever it is that is you are being led to do. Okay. Don't let somebody else say you don't need to do that. Don't let somebody else say, which I ran into more than once, you'll never be able to do that in Alabama and get paid for it.
Or how are you going to make money doing that?
Right. And that goes back to the no, how do you spell right?
Which one?
I'm asking you how to spell WRITE because she's a writer. They always told her that, how are you going to make money doing that?
Yeah, or encouragement. That was the big thing. Is when I started the Growing Hope podcast, I had people telling me you can't make money being an encourager, and now look at how many motivational people are out there making a living and then some.
And have been, and I think that comes under the heading of it also. For me specifically, I because of this week with my 3 sons and all 3 are Eagle Scouts, I have been successful. My wife is a better person than me. My children are all better people than me. I feel successful in that. That's really one of the biggest things for me. maybe that's why I've had such a problem trying to figure out what I want to do next, is because I'm a couple of years away from, our youngest son. Well, he's in college right now doing dual enrollment.
So he doesn't have to take classes for me as a homeschool student. Yep.
Right.
That's some good water.
Blue Spring Living Water. Nature's perfect pH balanced spring water with a velvety smooth finish, harvested and bottled at the source in Blount County, Alabama.
These people are amazing. Not only is the water amazing, but they are amazing, and they stepped up and helped us with the Court of Honor for our Eagle Scout, because they also support Scouts. So shout out to Blue Spring Living Water. Thank y'all. And if y'all have never tried Blue Spring Living Water, you can get it at Publix and other stores around the area, or you can go to the source.
That's right. BlueSpringH2O.com, or just go to Blountsville. They are just up the road from, what's the water park?
The water park. I don't remember. Spring Valley.
Spring Valley Beach.
I was close. So now,
all right,
it's my turn.
Your turn. She asks.
I said I was going to ask a question, and I'm not sure that's what I'm going to ask. I'm thinking. No. How do you find a place of peace? How would one go about finding a place of peace?
Let's start with one first, shall we?
Singular sensation.
Well, that's every little step. How would one find a place of peace? I've really had a lifelong issue with that. I've mentioned a couple of things on here before already, and so at peace. That's a good one.
Thank you. Brings me peace asking it.
Well, there are certain things that the world can teach you how to do. Deep breathing exercises. I use those.
Not enough.
Not with you around, sunshine. You take my breath away.
That's my game plan. Keep you guessing.
Exercise daily. I agree with the walking 20 minutes. You don't have to run, just a walk. Get the heartbeat up, get things flowing. I like to say keep things juicy. If you stop, you're stuck. Always keep going. Always keep doing.
Yoga?
Yeah. She likes to do yoga. That's why my back pops now, as I try to do yoga with her one day, and one vertebrae popped one direction, and then I did a opposite exercise, and the same vertebrae popped the other direction. So always make sure you stretch good before doing yoga. Outside of things like that, I know several different folks. They have some type of medication that they've had to work with. It has leveled them out. Not so many highs, not so many lows. Okay, if that works for you. I know that I had attempted a CBD drink a couple of times. Gave me really super weird dreams. I did not sleep any better, so I don't do that. I try to stick with the exercise. But for me, the best peace has come when I quit beating myself up. I don't let things stress me out, not nearly like they used to.
Okay.
There's something, you just need to let some stuff go.
Just let it go?
Don't start singing. It cost us money. You have to be okay with just letting things go. Not everything is a battle. Everything used to be a battle with me. everything, every single thing, and it's not worth it. Pick your battle. If it's just as good to say yes as no, say yes. You'll make somebody else happy. I like helping people. I'm glad it went in that direction. I like helping people. I have worked at a number of different jobs, and I told them that I gave 120%, and I did. Problem was, if you're giving 120%, you got nothing left. You got nothing left for your wife, your husband, your kids, family, friends,
church.
Church. That's the biggest piece. That's the biggest piece that's worked in me. Is the last 3.5 years, a little over 3.5 years at this point, reading the Bible through. I started in 2019, so this is my 4th year going through. Start on January 1st, Monday through Saturday, 4 chapters a day. Take Sunday off, and I'll be finished up with the Bible about December 13th or 14th, something like that. Take 2 weeks off, start all over again. I see new stuff every time, new stuff every year, because it's a living word. It changes you. Am I a better person now? Yes. Am I perfect? No. Perfection doesn't happen on this earth. We can become perfected, but that's not us. It's not us who's doing the perfecting.
Well, it's not ever going to be us that does the perfecting. And for me, I'm very fortunate that I'm always constantly looking for the little bits of blessings. So a cool breeze on, sitting under the fan instead of sitting in the 900-degree closet that we were in. Little things like that.
We're far more relaxed this week. I know I am. What brings me peace? We're not crammed in a closet. It's not freaking hot. That brings me peace.
But like walking out to take pictures of the osprey, and then the osprey left, so I didn't get to take pictures. And instead of it ruining my afternoon, I got to take pictures of some kingfishers. Little things. The more I focus
finding the silver lining.
The more I focus on the little bits, the more at peace I am. That's what brings me peace. Little bits.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
How about a little bit about your writing? It's a good book. You should buy it.
I have heard so many tales in my life, and people often ask me where I get my inspiration.
Where do you get your inspiration?
I usually get my inspiration from the local barbershop. I don't go to the barbershop.
I bet the barber and the people in the barbershop wished you went to the barbershop.
They is about a group that controls a small town and an outsider that comes in and disrupts things. The question is, will she survive the disruption? It is the beginning of the Big Spring novels. More to come in this year. We have 4 more that'll be going out this year. And
okay.
Again, it's just local lore turned fiction.
Okay. Anybody we know? It's all fiction?
Oh, it's always, names are always changed to protect the author.
Amen.
Now, I did have someone ask me recently if we really are like this.
Is that the question?
It might as well be.
Okay.
In other words, do we pander to the camera?
It's great transition, hon.
Thank you. I worked real hard at that. I practiced.
Are we like this? Yes.
And worse.
And
You see, you're speechless.
You leave me that way quite often. I don't know what to say, or I just need to keep my mouth shut. One of the two.
Yeah.
Smart.
We're not even there yet. Just
someone
wait till
told
he
her
pulls out the sock puppets.
about a review of which book?
What are you talking about?
It was one of the Scouting Out Adventure books.
Oh yeah, no, it
People-
wasn't. No, it was.
It wasn't?
It was one of the coming out Big Spring novels, and the characters in there were quoting movies and rewriting the quotes from the movies to fit the situation.
And the song lyrics.
And the
things
song
like,
lyrics,
Yep.
exactly. And the reviewer said that normal people don't talk like that.
And you know what? She was correct. Normal people don't talk like that.
I haven't met any normal people.
I don't want to meet normal people. Normal people are boring.
I felt really sorry for her, though, because if you don't have people around you that are constantly quoting movies, or better yet, we have, the family has a tendency to say
The family.
the family that has a tendency to say a line from a movie or a song, and then someone else will come behind them and say another line from a song, but it'll be a different song that plays off the last word of and we've never even officially made this a game. It just came naturally to us and the boys.
Yes. We hear there's I do it
Too much.
I hear someone has either
He's
said
never serious.
a few words that lead into a song,
Right.
and we'll break into song, and people say, well, people don't normally break into song.
Oh, we
You've
live in a
been
musical.
around.
We live in a fantasy musical land. This is just the forest animals don't do the dishes.
We'll give a quote from a movie. We will sing a song. We will change the words to the quote to fit the moment, or
And
the
the
song
Yep.
to fit the moment in time.
Or just to fit our whim.
Right. And
whim-a-wet.
we'll be happy to, I'd be happy to do a good pratfall in the middle of the grocery store for no apparent reason.
Do you sing
just
in
to
the
get a
grocery
rise.
store?
Yes, I sing along with it.
Who else sings that? I sing in the grocery store.
They have, if you could put the grocery store radio station on the radio, people would listen to that
People
all
would
the
pay
time.
to listen to that.
I don't know what it is, but they play good classic rock
And now that
Southern
now
rock.
that we're going dancing, we could dance in the grocery store.
Sure.
We could West Coast swing in the grocery store.
Yeah. My humor comes from I remember it from the TV show MASH. The quick,
You
witty.
better remember it. You were watching it the night before last.
I know. Anytime I see it on, repartee. Between each of the characters and how they interact with each other in such a hostile and stressful environment.
Wait a minute. Are you implying that you live in a hostile environment?
I'm not implying anything.
That's what I heard.
That's you need to listen better.
I was listening just fine.
And
Again, I was
from
right.
there, movies. Oh my goodness, my favorite movies: Blues Brothers,
I didn't ask
Animal
you about your
House,
favorite movie.
those kind of things.
I didn't ask you about your favorite movie.
What else? I know, but this is where all of it comes from. They did those things, and I watched it as I was growing up, and so I took on those. It's hilarious stuff.
Wordplay.
Yeah.
Like Oscar with Sylvester Stallone. That's one of my favorite word movies.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, it was hilarious. If you've never seen it, you need to find it.
He's the mafia boss,
Yeah.
but it is 1920s style. Very funny, tongue-in-cheek,
That's
dry humor.
Psych is another one that we've watched. That anytime that there is a quick-witted wordplay, and that's kind of what has revolved around in our house, and that's what we play off each other. Whether good example, we're at the hotel, we're doing the buffet, and when we were stuck in the hotel for 7 weeks, and we're going and we're down there getting breakfast, and I'm talking to my husband as we're getting breakfast, and he turns just straight-faced and says, "Woman, I thought I told you quit following me."
And walked away.
Left me standing there like some crazy woman.
There you go.
And that's a perfect example of how we really are. We're toned down at the moment.
Sure. We'll get there. We're getting accustomed to this. This is only time number 4.
I know, and we have to get the setup right, and I've got some friends helping us with that. We want to do better. We want. If you haven't seen the YouTube intro is very different, and we haven't figured out how to put the YouTube intro on this intro, but we're getting closer. We'll get there eventually.
Sure.
And according to our friend Steve, we were all wonky a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully we're not wonky now. I mean, the video, not us personally. We know we're wonky.
Right.
So.
Oh, we might as well throw one in for them. If you live in the Aniana area, check out Aniana to Go.
There you go.
Their delivery service there, and can bring you food from a number of establishments around that area. Great folks, love them very much. Steve, Vicky, love you. AnianaToGo.com, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know what the...
Just look up Aniana to Go.
Aniana.
That's the delivery service in the Aniana area.
Yep.
And I hate to say it, it's not Aniana, it's Oniana.
It depends on who you're talking to.
True. It's not incorrect if it's how it's said in that area.
Correct. It doesn't matter how it's spelled. If it's said that way, that's how you say it.
ITS.
Correct. What?
You said it doesn't matter how it's spelled.
And that's what I live with. And that's why we started He Said, She Said. Because people in the grocery store would tell us, y'all should do a show.
You're so funny.
We have one girl that every time we went to the grocery store, if she saw us come in the store, she would go and open her aisle so she could check us out. Because we entertained her so much as we were checking out.
That's good.
That's good.
See, I think that would be success right there. Somebody in the store who only sees us maybe once a week if they happen to be working there, and they're all about us. They have to actually go work a little while, to be involved with us. Great.
So if you have not checked out the YouTube channel, please do. Like I said, we do a different intro over at the YouTube channel, and you can follow us over there. And be sure that you like and subscribe to the Facebook page as well. And visit pqproductions.com so you can learn more about how we can help you live your best life, because that's what we want to do. We want to be helping and encouraging.
Sure. Make your day, once a week. Be beneficial.
Helping. Encouraging.
Yeah, I like helping. It makes me feel better. I want to be worthwhile.
I think you're worthwhile.
I don't know. Some days. Sometimes.
If you will leave your comments, you can ask us a question. We have prizes for people who ask questions. Then the questions make the show. And thank you, by the way, to Dolph. Your T-shirt's on the way as soon as Keith remembers to put it in the envelope.
Gotcha. It's going to go in a box.
And we'll get that to you. So, anything else you want to share with the lovely people?
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Please make sure you share.
Oh, yeah, definitely share. Invite a friend to come hang out with He Said and She Said.
Right. Share. Like.
The face of encouragement and the storm cloud.
And that's...
And no, you can't tell them that. You
better.
Can't tell them.
I can't tell them that you're...
Nope.
Rainbows and lollipops, and I'm storm clouds and turds. I can't say that?
No, you can't say that.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that next time.
Hoy. Until next time, I am Catherine Lang.
I'm Keith Lang.
By the way, you can connect with me over at snarkyrainbows.com or catherinelang.com.
Oh, and if you're looking for us on YouTube, it's PQ Productions LLC. All right, and we will see you next time as I hit a really expensive microphone.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Keith.
And
Just sit there.
we are
He said.
She Said.